magician.
What's this? Someone's running riot in the virtual world, and the assailant is using Jinzo. Wait. Longnoz. Someone's in trouble.
Now, Jinzo Lord, crush him! Oh yes, it's good to be back, and soon I will have my revenge.
Ha! I thought it was you, Doctor Longnoz.
It's Longnoz. How many times?
Whatever. And what happened to you anyway? Last I heard, you just disappeared.
What happened? I'll tell you what happened. Because you defeated me, my master was going to send me to the underworld, but I couldn't have that. I didn't want to lose my very soul and existence, so before he had a chance to send me away, I was able to transfer my consciousness into an inactive dual bot. While my real body was sent to the depths of the underworld, never to return. However, my consciousness was still in the system, existing in an inactive dual pot, which is this very body. However, another individual found me and reactivated me, and this individual apparently shares a common goal.
Ha 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 ha. Yes, it is I, Evie Bot. I am back for revenge again. Only this time I am teaming up with Doctor Longnoz.
Not you as well. It's Longnoz.
I'm just saying, it sounds like Longnoz to me. Anyway, I reactivated him, and now the two of us will team up on you and get our revenge in this duel. You will pay dearly for what you did to the both of us.
Well, 2-on-1 hardly seems fair. So it's just as well I'm here.
What? Who the hell is this impudent whelp?
Oh, you haven't heard? I'm Rick, the AI hero of the virtual world. Whenever there's trouble, I'm here to answer the call. And you, my friend, are causing trouble, and I'm gonna put an end to it. So you're Rick, huh? My AI counterpart. I've heard great things about you. It's an honour to meet you. And I too have heard great things about you. If anything, the honour is mine, that I was based off you. I wish it was under better circumstances that we were meeting. But don't you worry, together we will defeat these guys.
The plan was to face Dark Magician alone. But so be it. It makes no difference. With the tag strategy we've concocted, you're both still going to lose. Now, let's duel.
We'll see about that. You should know that evil never wins. Let's kick it off!
I'll make the first move. First, I'll normal summon Rescue Rabbit. Now I'll activate Rescue Rabbit's effect, banishing it to special summon 2 level 4 or level 4 monsters from my deck with the same name. And I choose to special summon 2 copies of Evil Swarm Heliotrope.
Hey! You can't play evil swarms in magician format. They're banned!
You think I care about a stupid ban list? I don't. Now, using my 2 heliotropes, I construct the overlay network to exceed summon one of your worst nightmares, Evil Swarm Ophion.
Well, this isn't good. I thought he'd be playing Jinzo. But he's changed over to Evil Swarms. My 3rd most hated deck in the game. This is going to be harder than I thought.
Well, this is just the beginning of the terror that lurks in our decks. Decks that are designed to specifically counter yours, and ironically, Rick's as well. In the meantime, I activate Ophion's effect. By detaching one overlay unit, I get to add an Ill Swarm spell or trap from my deck to my hand, and I choose Infestation Pandemic. Next, I'll place 3 guards face down before ending my turn.
Alright, my move. I activate Magician's Salvation and set Eternal Soul from my deck. Next, I'll normal summon Summoner Monk. He switches to defense mode upon his summon.
I think not. I activate my trap card, Fiendish Chain. Summoner Monk's effects are negated, and he can no longer attack.
That's what you think. I chain the quick play spell Forbidden Lance. Now Summoner Monk is unaffected by spells and traps this turn. Now I'll activate Summoner Monk's effect, discarding a spell, my Soul Servant, to special summon a level 4 monster from my deck. I special summon my elemental hero Prisma. That's right, Rick's not the only one here with heroes. Now I'll activate my Prisma's effect, revealing to you Dark Magician the Dragon Knight, and sending from my deck to the graveyard Dark Magician. Now, using these 2 level 4 monsters, I construct the overlay network and exceed summon number 39, Utopia. And then I'll place my last 2 cards face down and end my turn.
Now it's my move. I draw a turn and then activate a field spell of my own, Domain of the True Monarchs. Then I'll normal summon Ida, the Heavenly Squire, and use her effect on summon to special summon a monster with 800 attack points from my deck except herself, and I special summon Eidos, the Underworld Squire.
Eevee bots using Monarchs? Another banned deck in magician format? That's just low. Right. Using hated arch nemesis decks of mine, even in magician format. Do you both really hate me that much and want vengeance that badly that you have to resort to cheating?
Yes! Evibot was made more of an object of ridicule than she already was, and you ruined my life by defeating me. I had no purpose existing, not when my master was going to send me to the depths of the underworld. I don't have a real body anymore because of you.
Oh please, Doc, you've no one to blame but yourself. You brought all this upon yourself by betraying your work colleagues and working for an evil madman. You ruined your own life.
If you two are quite finished arguing like an old married couple, I would like to replenish my hand with the spell card Destruction. We each discard our hands and draw the same number of cards.
What do you think you're doing, you imbecile? I had a good hand and now I've just lost it. You're lucky that these are good cards that I drew.
Unfortunately, that doesn't affect me, since I have nothing in hand. But hopefully, Rick here gets a better hand. Well, it wasn't the worst hand, but it's also not the best, so maybe I can draw something that can deal with Ophion. Well, after resolution, I activate one of my face downs. Forbidden Dress. I target Utopia, and now during this turn, Utopia loses 600 attack points, but he can't be targeted or destroyed by card effects. Just thought I'd do it now, before it gets screwed over by a monarch.
You may have saved Utopia for now, but I can still slow you down, as I sacrifice items in order to tribute summon Visor, the Storm Monarch. I'll use his effect to spin your Eternal Soul to the top of your deck.
Well, before you do that, I'll activate Eternal Soul in response. Obviously I can't special summon Dark Magician, thanks to Ophion, but I can use its other effect and add Dark Magic attack from my deck to my hand. And since Eternal Soul was technically put back in the deck, its effect to destroy by monsters doesn't activate.
So what? I'm not done. Next I activate Double Summon. Now I can normal summon again this turn. And now I sacrifice Eden in order to tribute summon Caius, the Shadow Monarch. And I'll use his effect to banish Magician's Salvation.
Ah, no! Stupid Caius!
Well, since I have no further cards to play, I end my turn.
Alright, time to try and turn this duel around. First, I activate the continuous spell Economics. Now I don't have to pay life points in order to activate spells, like this one, which would normally cost half my life points. A hero lives. Now, as long as I control no monsters, I can special summon a level 4 or lower elemental hero from my deck.
Nice try, but I chain ashes with a joyous springs, negating your spell.
I won't let you, I chain Called by the Grave, targeting Ash Blossom and negating her effects and banishing her.
I won't let you do that either. I chain Ghost Bell and Haunted Mansion, negating your Called by the Grave. Ha ha ha! You wasted your spells.
And I wouldn't be so sure of that. I activate my last face down card, my own Called by the Grave, targeting your Ghost Bell, negating her effects, and banishing her.
Oh, damn you! I lost 2 hand traps for no reason!
If you're quite finished activating things on my turn, I would like to resolve a Hero Lives and special summon Elemental Hero Stratos. And now I will use his effect to add a hero from my deck to my hand. And I have just the perfect one to help deal with Ophion. Elemental Hero Blade Edge. Now notice how I haven't even normal summoned yet. I know that Ophion locks us out of special summoning level 5 or higher monsters, but normal summoning them is fair game. And how will I do this, you might ask? Well, thanks to Evil playing card destruction, my elemental hero Necroshade is in the graveyard. So now I can summon this elemental hero Blade Edge. Take to the field. Now Blade Edge, take down his Ophion slice and dice attack.
You dumb-bot, Evie-bot. How could you let this happen?
Hey, how was I supposed to know that he had a way around Ophion? Back off.
And with that, I end my turn. Back to you, Doctor Longnoz.
It's Longnoz, you impudent whelp. And at the end of your turn, I activate the trap card. Exceeds Reborn. It lets me bring an Exceeds monster back from the graveyard and attach it as a material. So welcome back, Evil Swarm Ophion. Oh, come on. Now it's fine. I activate Pot of Greed. It lets me draw 2 cards from my deck. And one of them is my own field spell. Magical Citadel of Endymion. Next, I'll normal summon Gladiator Beast Bestiari in attack mode.
Gladiator beasts as well? Are you serious right now?
Yes, now I'll activate the last card in my hand. Card of Sanctity. Now we must each draw from our decks until we each have 6 cards in our hand. Sure, you actually have a hand again, Dark Magician, but as long as I have Ophion, you can't play the game. Now, since I can draw a Gladiator Beast monster, I special summon Test Tiger. Now I shall use my Test Tiger's effect, sacrificing it and returning Bestiari to my deck in order to special summon a Gladiator Beast monster and treat it as if it was summoned by a Gladiator Beast. I special summon from my deck Gladiator Beast Vermilion, and now I'll use his effect to destroy Blade Edge and cut him down to size.
No, Blade Edge.
And with him out of the way, my Ophion is free to attack. Now you will swarm Ophion, attack Utopia.
That's pointless. I activate Utopia's effect. By removing one of his overlay units, I block your attack. Go, Moon Barrier!
So what? Your pathetic number monster can't block attacks forever. In my main phase 2, I played the spell called Dimensional Fissure. Now any monster that would go to the graveyard is banished instead. I place one card face down and end my turn.
Alright, let's see if I can turn this duel around. My move!
Absolutely nothing will be turned around thanks to my trap card, Macrocosmos. Now any card sent to the graveyard is banished instead. Ha ha ha! Good luck winning now!
Then it's just as well I have this card. In response, I chain Twin Twisters. Now, by discarding a card from my hand, my second Soul Servant, I get to destroy 2 spells and traps on the field. I destroy Dimensional Fissure and Macrocosmos. You are not shutting off our graveyards. I won't allow it.
So what? I still have Ophion. You cannot stop us.
We'll see about that. Now I activate the effect of Magician's Souls, sending Palladium Oracle mana from my deck to the graveyard.
What do you think you're doing? You know you can't summon Dark Magician on through his effect in this situation.
And that's exactly why I'm using his other effect, special summoning himself. But he won't be sticking around for long because I'm about to tribute summon as well. I sacrifice Magician's Souls in order to summon Dark Magician Girl. And now that she's here, I'll use the effect of Soul Servant in the grave. Since Dark Magician Girl is on the field, while Dark Magician and Mana are present in my graveyard, I get to draw 3 cards from my deck.
Draw as many cards as you want. It won't make a difference. You may have been able to summon a high-level monster as well. But even with your waifu's attack boost, thanks to the Dark Magician in your graveyard, my Ophion still outranks her by 250 points. Looks like you miscalculated.
I miscalculated nothing. I activate the equip spell Magic Formula, equipping it to the Dark Magician Girl and raising her attack power by 700 points, making her the strongest monster in play.
Ah, no, impossible. He found a way around Ophion as well.
That's right. Now, Dark Magician Girl, take down Ophion once and for all with Dark Burning Attack.
Ah, no, Ophion's gone again.
Yeah, he can stay in the graveyard where he belongs. I'll deal with you later. Now, Utopia, destroy Caius with Rising Sun Slash.
Ah! Damn you!
Alright, in my main phase 2, I activate a new copy of Magician's Salvation and set a second Eternal Soul from my deck. Next I play Dark Magical Circle. And let's see what the top cards are. Ugh, that typical luck. I add another Dark Magical Circle to my hand and rearrange the order of the other 2. Next I'll place a card face down on the back row and end my turn.
Now it's my move. and I activate the cheerful coffin. This lets me discard 3 monsters from my hand to the graveyard. I discard these ones: Growl, Huntsman of Darkworld, Beige, and Grapher. Growl lets me draw 1 card. Beige special summons himself, and Grapher will destroy 1 card on the field. I choose one of the face-down Eternal Souls, which it obviously is.
Great. Dark World monsters as well? Okay, I see the pattern here. They've combined a lot of my hated decks from the past. Evil Swarms, Endymion, Macro, Monarchs, Dark World, and Gladiator Beasts. This is an insane mix.
That's right. We've chosen 6 decks that were, once upon a time, considered arch nemesis. Now I bounce Beige back to my hand in order to bring back Grapher, the Dragon Lord of Darkworld. But that's not all. I will also use the effect of Domain of the True Monarchs, reducing the level of ether in my hand by 2. So now he's been changed from an 8-star monster to a 6-star monster. And you know what that means. I can tribute summon her with just 1 tribute. So I sacrifice Riser in order to tribute summon Aether, the Heavenly Monarch. And I'll use her effect to send 2 Monarch spells and traps to the graveyard to special summon another Monarch.
I don't think so, Evie. I chain effect Veiler. By sending her from my hand to the graveyard, Aether's effect is negated.
So what? I still have 2 powerhouses that can completely overpower you. Now, Aether, attack Dark Magician Girl, and thanks to Domain, my Aether will gain 800 attack points during damage calculation.
I won't let that happen. I activate Utopia's effect 1 more time, removing its remaining overlay unit to block your attack. Go, Moon Barrier!
With no units left, Utopia is finished. Now, Grapher, destroy him!
Sorry, Evie. You forgot that I still have a trap card, Eternal Soul, and I'll use it to bring this back, my Dark Magician. And now, due to the effect of Dark Magical Circle, I'll use it to banish Grapher from the field.
No! How dare you banish Grapher? You will pay dearly for this. Especially since I have Domain on the field. As long as I control a tribute summoned monster, you can't special summon from the extra deck. With that, I end my turn.
Alright, finally it's back to me. I'll also activate Pot of Greed and draw 2 more cards from my deck. Next, I'll activate Cosmic Cyclone. By paying 1,000 of my life points, I banish Domain. However, since I still have spell economics, I don't have to pay anything. Now that pesky card is out of the way, we can access our extra decks again. Starting with Double Fusion. This would normally cost 500 life points, but again, I don't have to pay. Now, I'll fuse Avian with Burstinatrix to bring out the elemental hero, Flame Wingman! But he won't be sticking around because now I'll fuse him with Sparkman to bring out my shining hero, the ace of my deck, elemental hero, Shining Flare Wingman! Shining Flare Wingman gains 300 points for every elemental hero in my graveyard. I have 6 elemental heroes in my grave, so his attack points climb to 4,300. Now, Shining Flare Wingman, take down Ether now! Oh yeah, that's right. And when Shining Flare Wingman destroys a monster, you get hit for damage equal to your monster's original attack points. But I'm not done there. Stratos, attack Mamilio now!
Oh, no, our monsters are gone!
Yeah, well it serves you right for trying to negate our decks. But it looks like you failed miserably. Main phase 2, I set a monster face down, and place one card face down, and end my turn. Hopefully it'll be smooth sailing from here.
Your hopes will be dashed if it's the last thing I do. I move. And now to add the 6th spell counter to my citadel. Gladiator Proving Ground. With it, I can add a Gladiator Beast monster from my deck to my hand, as long as it's level 4 or lower, that is. And I'll add Samnite, which I will then normal summon to the field. Then I special summon Test Tiger. Then I'll use Test Tiger's effect, sacrificing itself and returning Samnite to my deck in order to special summon this, my Gladiator Beast Darius. And then I will use him to bring back Momilio. Now I will initiate a Contact Fusion. As I Contact Fusion summon Gladiator Beast Esadari. Then I'll activate the equip spell Megamorph. Since my life points are lower than yours, his attack points are doubled. Now, Esadari, destroy Shining Flare Wingman!
Well, on attack declaration, I special summon elemental hero Spirit of Neos to the field, and I'll also activate my trap card, Safe Zone, and equip it to Shining Flare Wingman. Now Shining Flare Wingman can't be destroyed in any way, and it can't be targeted by your card effects.
But you still take the damage, and it's about time you did.
Well, I have Spirit of Neos' effect as well, allowing me to add a spell or trap that mentions an elemental hero's name. And I choose my instant contact.
So what? Now in my main phase 2, I activate Card of Demise. This lets me draw until I'm holding 5 cards, as long as I discard my entire hand in 5 turns. Now I place 2 more cards face down and end my turn. And And yes, I know I could have done it before attacking, but you two are frustrating me. You're putting me off my game.
Wow, blaming us for your misplay? That's real mature. Anyway, I draw for turn. And now I activate the effect of Palladium Oracle Mahal, revealing him to special summon himself. Now I'll use the effect of my other Soul Servant engrave, banishing it to draw 4 cards now. And now to wipe out your back row, I play Dark Magic Attack. Say goodbye to your spells and traps.
Did you really think I wouldn't have a counter? I activate the trap card. The huge revolution is over. When 2 or more cards on my field are about to be destroyed, it negates the activation of that card and banishes it.
Well, so much for that. Luckily, I have another way to get rid of Megamorph. I summon Breaker, the magical warrior. A goat format special. Breaker gains a spell counter upon his normal summon, but then I will remove the counter so that Breaker will break Megamorph.
I'll get you yet for this.
We'll see about that. I activate another magic formula, and this time equip it to the Dark Magician, increasing his attack power by 700 points as well. Now, Dark Magician, attack Esadari now! Dark Magic Attack!
I won't let that happen. I activate another trap card. Attack Guidance Armor. Now your attack is redirected to another monster, and I think I'll choose Rick's Shining Flare Wingman.
No, I'll take a lot of damage if I let that happen. I chain the quick play spell Secrets of Dark Magic, and I'll use it to perform a fusion summon.
I don't think so. I activate the effect of Herald of Green Light by sending this card and another fairy-type monster to the graveyard. It negates the activation of your spell and destroys it.
No!
Oh yes, and now due to Shining Flare Wingman's effect, you'll now get inflicted damage equal to your Dark Magician's attack points. Let's see how you like it.
Oh no! Richie, are you okay? I'm alright. It's alright. Since Magic Formula went to the graveyard, we gained back 700 life points. And, because I took damage, I'll now activate the effect of Magic Aribo, which allows me to special summon Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl from my deck or graveyard. I choose to special summon my second Dark Magician from my deck. Take to the field, my friend. And since I still have Dark Magical Circle out, I'll use it to banish Esadari, leaving a clear path for my remaining attacks.
How dare you! I'm left wide open again!
That's right. Now, Dark Magician, finish what the other Dark Magician started. Attack his life points directly with Dark Magic Attack!
I won't let you. I play another hand trap, which is the last card in my hand. Battle Vader. I special summon it and end your battle phase.
I can't believe that was the last card in hand. Well, I guess I'll wrap things up with a link summon. Hey Rick, is it okay if I use your Stratos? Go right ahead. What's mine is yours. Great, thanks. Now, using Utopia, Breaker, and Stratos, I'll combine the circuit and link summon Decode Talker. And since Mahard is in a zone that he's pointing to, Decode Talker gains 500 extra attack points. With that, I end my turn.
Now it's my move, and I activate the wiki, wiping out your monsters.
No, Clayman and Spirit of Neos. Well, at least Shining Flare Wingman still stands and has gained 600 more points. Well, that was pointless, Eevee. You just set off a chain reaction of events, along with the fact that Dark Magician is unaffected. First, Magic Formula will boost our life points by a further 700. Then, Mahard will special summon another Dark Magician. I choose the third one that's in my deck. And since a spellcaster was destroyed, I get to add Magikaribo back to my hand. And then, with Dark Magical Circle, I'll banish Battle Fader. And due to the effect of Magician's Salvation, Dark Magician Girl comes back as well.
What were you thinking, Eevee? Now I have no monsters, as well as no hand.
Hey, I had to do something about their board. Although all I can do to follow up is set this monster face down and end my turn.
Alright, my move, and I summon Elemental Hero Shadow Mist to the field. Time to battle. And unfortunately, one of the drawbacks of Safe Zone is that the equipped monster can't attack directly. But it's not too much of a problem for my Wingman. Shining Flare Wingman, attack Eevee's face down monster!
My face down monster was Morphing Jar. Now we must all discard our entire hands and draw 5 cards. And the 3 that I discarded were all Dark World monsters. Remember Beige? Well, Beige is back and is joined by Gold and Silver.
Oh no! My instant contact! And Richie Boy lost Magikaribo. Sorry about that.
I take back what I said, Eevee Bot. Looks like you did something right for a change. Now I've started over with a clean slate. Except for the fact that Pandemic and Fiendish Chain are clogging up my zones.
Well, I can't do much with these 5 cards. At least not yet. I end my turn.
Now it's my move. You're lucky I can't do much. I also set a monster and end my turn.
Well, before you end your turn, I'll activate the effect of Eternal Soul and special summon one of my Dark Magicians back. And then I'll use Circle to banish your monster.
Hold on. Before you do that, I'll special summon Chaos Hunter by discarding a card from my hand. Now you can't banish our gods anymore.
Alright, my move. And I'll whip out my rod and use his effects to add a Dark Magician spell or trap from my deck to my hand. And I'll choose Soul Servant, but it won't be in my hand for long because I activate it. And stack this on top. Timaeus, the United Dragon. Now I'll activate a spell card, Diffusion Wave Motion. By paying 1,000 life points and targeting a level 7 or higher spellcaster, it gets to attack all of your monsters once each, as long as none of my other monsters can attack. However, because of spell economics, I don't have to pay anything. And while I'm at it, I'll play another spell, Forbidden Chalice, and use it on the Dark Magician, who I also chose for Diffusion Wave Motion. Now he'll gain 400 attack points, and there's no effects to negate, so it doesn't even matter. Now, Dark Magician, take out every single one of their monsters with Dark Magic Attack.
Curse you!
Alright, main phase 2. Now that we can banish cards again, I'll use Soul Servant one more time, banishing it to draw 4 more cards. Now I use the effect of Timaeus, the United Dragon, in my hand, sacrificing Magician's Rod to special summon it. Now I'll use Timaeus' other effect, fusing him with the Dark Magician, in order to form Dark Magician, the Dragon Knight. Now I place 2 cards face down before ending my turn.
Now it's my move again. I draw and I activate a new field spell, the Gates of Dark World. But before I put it to use, I'll use Dragon Knight and special summon Radiant, the multi-dimensional kaiju, to your side of the field.
What's the point of this?
You'll soon see. Now I activate the effect of Gates of Dark World, banishing Caius and discarding another Grapha from my hand to draw 1 card. Grapha's effect now activates, and I'll destroy Safe Zone.
I won't let you, Evie. I activate the effect of Eternal Soul and bring Dark Magician the Dragon Knight back from the graveyard, since his name is treated as Dark Magician while on the field and in my graveyard.
I won't let you. I discard DD Crow and use it to target your Dragon Knight and banish him.
Oh no! Sorry, Rick, but there's only one way I can kind of spare your Shining Flare Wingman. I activate one of my face-down cards, Secrets of Dark Magic, and I'll use it to combine our ace monsters together into one. I fuse Shining Flare Wingman with the Dark Magician in order to bring forth Dark Cavalry. receives 100 attack points for every spell and trap on the field and in our graveyards. And there's quite a lot. And of course, I still get a Dark Magician back since Eternal Soul doesn't target. Welcome back, old friend.
You idiot! Why did you not target Eternal Soul with Grappa's effect? If you'd have done that, he wouldn't have this impressive board.
I just wanted to get rid of Rick's Shining Flare Wingman. Otherwise, it would do too much damage. I will deal with Eternal Soul later. In the meantime, I'll activate Dian Keto the Cure Master. This increases our life points by 1,000.
Dian Keto the Cure Master? Really? I mean, it's a great old school card, but who the hell plays it anymore?
I do. Now I activate Dark World Dealings, so we can draw a card and discard a card. Card I discarded was another Grappa, and I got Eternal Soul.
Not so fast. Dark Cavalry has another effect, similar to Decode Talkers. When a card or effect is activated that targets a card on my field, I get to discard a card to negate that card's activation and destroy it. Nice try, Evie.
Ah, well in that case I'll try this. The spell card, Card of Sanctity. Now once again, all draw from the decks. Keep and sit up. Now I activate a second Dark World Demon. Draw one card and discard one card. Oh, I've got to be kidding. I activate a third Dark World Dealings. So again we draw a card and discard a card. And the card I discarded was beige.
Yeah, I know. This is getting ridiculous.
Here it is. The card that will help us win. Harpy's Feather Duster. All of your spells and traps are destroyed without your Dragon Knight. They're done for.
Not yet they're not, Evie. I play my trap card, Starlight Road. Harpy's Feather Duster is negated, and then I get to special summon this. Take Flight, Stardust Dragon.
Your dragon won't save you that much. I bounce beige back to hand to special summon Grappa. Then, because I haven't normal summoned yet, I'll normal summon beige again, and then bouncing back to hand, special summon my other Grappa. Time to battle. Grappa number 1, destroy Stardust Dragon, and Grappa number 2, destroy Dark Magician Girl.
No! Stardust! Dark Magician Girl!
I now conclude my turn by placing 2 cards face down. Your move, Rick.
Don't worry, Richie. I'll get them. Draw. Alright, time to turn this around. I play polymerization. Now I'll fuse together elemental heroes Neos and Liquid Soldier to form elemental hero Flame Wingman Infernal Rage. I activate Liquid Soldier's effect and chain Infernal Rage, allowing me to add a favourite card from my deck to my hand. And I'll choose favourite contact. Now for Liquid Soldier's effect. I draw 2 cards and then discard 1 card. I'll discard my Wild Heart. Now I activate Infernal Rage's other effect. Because I used a normal elemental hero monster as a fusion material, I can sacrifice him to special summon a level 7 or lower elemental hero fusion from my extra deck, ignoring summoning conditions. I choose the elemental hero Sunrise. Sunrise adds Miracle Fusion from my deck to my hand. But Miracle Fusion won't be in my hand for long because I activate it. Now I banish and fuse together Elemental Heroes Wild Heart and Blade Edge to bring out Elemental Hero Wild Edge. And he's gonna edge you out in a little bit. But I'm not done fusing. I'll activate a second Miracle Fusion. Now I shall banish and fuse together Elemental Hero Neos and Flame Wingman Infernal Rage in order to bring forth my elemental hero, Shining Neos Wingman. And now for Shining Neos Wingman's effect. Since it was special summoned, I now get to destroy cards you have up to the number of different attributes on the field. And since there's 3 different ones, 3 of your cards are wiped out.
I won't let you. I activate Trap Card Breakthrough skill, targeting your Shining Neos Wingman and negating his effects.
Oh well, looks like I'll have to add some firepower. I play the field spell Skyscraper. Now an elemental hero will gain 1,000 attack points if it's weaker than the monster it's attacking. And that will give my Wild Edge the boost it needs to take down Grapha. Go Wild Edge! Attack both of Eevee's Graphas with Scimitar Slash!
You won't take down my Graphas that easily. I play another trap card, Quaking Mirror Force. Now your attack position monsters are flipped face down and can never change their battle positions.
Ah, son of a bitch! Well, luckily it doesn't affect my Dark Magician. Yeah, that's one blessing. Main phase 2. I place 3 cards face down. Then, just like everyone else, I'll play Guard of Sanctity. So we all draw from our decks until we each have 6 cards in our hands. Sure, it helps Eevee out, but thankfully, Doctor Longnoz here doesn't get any others. And with this fresh new hand, I'll set a monster since I haven't normal summoned or set yet, and throw down 1 more face down. And that ends my turn. And during the end phase, I'll use the effect of Eternal Soul to bring one of my Dark Magicians back to the field in defense mode. And then, with the effect of Circle, I'll banish one of your Graphas.
Ah, come on.
It's Longnoz. I'm going to enjoy making you suffer. First, I'll activate Magic Planter, sending my locked Fiendish Chain to the graveyard to draw 2 cards. I hope for your sake your face down cards aren't trap cards, because I activate Monster Reborn to bring back one of the monsters I discarded of Dark World dealings, Jinzo.
Oh no! He was still playing Jinzo after all. This could change everything.
And to continue clearing my background, I'll activate emergency provisions, sending my infestation pandemic to the graveyard to gain 1,000 life points. Then I set the pendulum scale of Servant of Endymion and the card that will annihilate you, Endymion, the mighty master of magic. And since my citadel has more than enough spell counters, I'll remove 6 of them to special summon Endymion and destroy 3 cards.
Sorry, Doc, but the joke's on you. One of my face down cards is a spell card, Twin Twisters. Now, by discarding a card, my Shadow Mist, I get to destroy both of your pendulum cards. And because Shadow Mist went to the graveyard, I get to add a hero from my deck to my hand. I choose Honest Neos.
No! How dare you! I place a card face down. Then I activate Spell Reproduction. By discarding 2 spells from my hand, I get to add a spell back from the graveyard, and I choose Card of Sanctity, which I'll activate right away and draw until we each have 6 cards in our hands. Now I set the pendulum scale of Servant of Endymion and Magister of Endymion. Now I can pendulum summon monsters whose levels are 3 to 7. Next, I activate Pot of Avarice. I put back Evil Swarm Heliotrope, the other Evil Swarm Heliotrope, Evil Swarm Ophion, Herald of Green Light, and the fairy I discarded of her, Archlord Christia, putting them back in my deck, and I draw 2 more cards. Now the time has finally come to pendulum summon. I pendulum summon 4 monsters from my hand. Gladiator beasts Laquari, Bestiari, and Secutor. And from my extra deck, Endymion, the mighty master of magic. I activate the card I just set, Magical Stone Excavation. By discarding 2 cards, I get to add a spell back from the graveyard. And yes, you guessed it, I take Card of Sanctity and activate it again and draw 6 more cards. I then activate my own spell economics, so I don't have to pay to activate spell cards. Like this one, Dimension Fusion, which would normally cost 2,000 life points. But now I get to play it for free, and we get to special summon as many of our banished monsters as possible.
What? Dimension Fusion? You've got to be kidding me. That's not even legal in current format.
You see this face? This is the face of someone who doesn't care. Now with Dimension Fusion, I bring back Rescue Rabbit. And since your zones are clogged up, you don't get anything.
And I will bring back both of my graph Shadow Monarch.
Now I contact fuse all 3 Gladiator Beast monsters in order to bring forth Gladiator Beast Heraklinos.
No. He summoned 2 dog bribes on legs. My 2 old arch nemesis boss monsters in one move.
Now I activate the spell called Magician's Right Hand. As long as I have a spellcaster on the field, it negates the effects of the first spell you activate.
That forces me to use another of my face down cards. This time, I play Super Polymerization. Now, by discarding a card from my hand, I get to fuse 2 monsters together. I fuse my face down Sunrise with Jinzo in order to bring forth Elemental Hero Escaridal. And now I activate the effect of Cross Keeper, which I just discarded. I get to draw 2 cards, then place 1 card in my hand on the bottom of my deck. Elemental Hero Escaridal gains 100 attack points for every Elemental Hero in my graveyard, and I have enough for it to contend with either Heraklinos or Endymion.
I wouldn't be so sure of that, my friend. First, to deal with Honest Neos, I'll play my card Destruction. Now we discard our hands and draw the same number of cards.
You do realise I can just chain it, right? And that's what I'll do. Discard Honest Neos, target my Escaridal, and he'll gain 2500 attack points until the end of the turn. And then, since another Elemental Hero is in the graveyard, he gains 100 more points. Losing that hand sucked. There's not many cards left in my deck.
I'll deal with him later. But now I activate Megamorph and equip it to Heraklinos. Since all my goods are lower than yours, his original points are doubled. Now prepare to feel more pain than ever. I activate Rescue Rabbit's effect, banishing it to special summon 2 Evil Swarm Heliotropes from my deck. Then I once again construct the overlay network to exceed summon Evil Swarm Ophion. Yes, Evil Swarm Ophion. Gladiator Beast Heraklinos, Endymion, the mighty master of magic, Caius the Shadow Monarch, and Grappa the Dragon Lord of Dark World, the boss monsters of your old arch nemesis decks. How does it feel to be on the receiving end of them?
Wow. I can't believe you went through all this trouble just to spite me. You really are something else.
Well, this is it. You're finally going to get what you deserve. Now, Gladiator Beast Heraklinos, destroy his Dark Magician.
Hold on, Doctor Longnoz. I activate my trap card. Negate attack. Your attack is negated and it cancels out your battle phase.
Oh, you've got to be kidding! What's with everyone playing ancient cards? A counter trap? and Endymion can't negate that. I end my turn. But with Ophion locking down level 5 or higher special summons, and Heraclinos and Endymion negating your decks, there's nothing you can do.
Well, this is a tight spot. Just like tight spots I've been putting at locals. But I know there is a way to defeat you. I just have to draw it, considering we've gone through so many cards already. Playing God Destruction and God of Sanctity may just help, rather than be a hindrance. In any case, I have to draw the out now. Heart of the cards, now more than ever, please guide me! What the hell? What is it? What's wrong? It's this card. I never put this in my deck. Wait a minute. There's also a note attached to this hover dual disc. A gift, huh? Well, one way or another, this card is our only hope of winning this duel. Alright, now I sacrifice Dark Cavalry, Radian, and Dark Magician.
What? What do you think you're doing?
Winning this duel, I summon Obelisk, the Tormentor!
What? An Egyptian god card? No. Impossible. Those are extremely rare. How did you obtain it?
If I were you, I'd be more worried about what Obelisk will do to you. Hey Rick, is it okay if I borrow one of your monsters for this next move? Absolutely, especially if it will help us win. Well, in that case, I activate Obelisk's special ability by sacrificing 2 monsters, in this case Dark Magician and Elemental Hero Shadow Mist. He destroys all of your monsters. Go, Obelisk! Fist of Fury!
No. Impossible. All of our monsters have been wiped out. And Endymion didn't have any spell counters, so he didn't get the destruction immunity. But so much for you winning this duel. Obelisk can't even attack this turn.
Then I'll just have to summon something that can attack. So, I've unleashed the power of an Egyptian god, but now it's time to call forth the power of a legendary dragon. I play the Eye of Timaeus. Now, Timaeus, merge with Dark Magician to form Amulet Dragon. I activate Amulet Dragon's effect and banish all of the spells in our graveyards. And since a grand total of 71 spells have been banished, that means my Amulet Dragon gains 7,100 attack points, making his attack points a Grand Slam total of 10,000!
No, impossible! This strategy was flawless! But Rick being here and the arrival of Obelisk changed everything!
Doctor Longnoz, I've told you before, and I will happily tell you again. No one and nothing is perfect, not even your so-called flawless strategy. Now, Amulet Dragon, attack their life points directly and wipe out their life points!
I failed again.
Alright, we did it! I mean, that attack just completely obliterated the both of them. Looks like they're gone for good. Yes, we did. If there's anything I've learnt over these many duels that I've had, it's that good will always find a way to triumph over evil somehow. Of course, this was really tough. I'm glad we formed this alliance. Absolutely. In fact, even though I'm just an AI, that victory really had me pumped. Maybe you and I should have a duel sometime, but with no stakes on the line, of course. I'd be happy to take you up on that offer, Rick, but not right now. I'm exhausted. I need to get back to the real world, go have some food, and spend quality time with my other half, I think. That's definitely needed after a hard duel. That's understandable. And of course, you'll want to go and celebrate your YouTube channel's 18th anniversary. Well, some time ago, a big tournament was mentioned that's coming up on this server. Maybe we'll meet in that. Are you planning to enter? Well, Rick, I can tell you and other people right now that you'll just have to wait and see. Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to the Dark Witcher